So I'm bothered right now because I struggle with insomnia. And when I struggle with insomnia, one, on airing, on it just always happens. One thing that accompanies bouts of insomnia is always suicidal thoughts. It's just the way it is. So I've learned to deal with this by... I'm driving right now, so I hope I don't get pulled over because I'm also filming myself while I drive. Maybe if I hold it like down here or place it down here on something, that'll work. I think I'll just hold my phone like this and just let it film and then just kind of look up. So I want to share the thought now, because this is really... So I've learned to deal with these thoughts by externalizing them as a demon. And I have this belief, truly I do believe that there is a demon that operates by basically... I think that there's a demonic force that is currently taking out a significant portion of the population through a clandestine means. And it's this, I call it the insomnia demon, but you can see the effects of the insomnia demon if you go on any of these Facebook groups. Just go on any Facebook group for insomniacs, any of these things. And you will see in this group, if you pay attention to the group for any length of time, people who are like, why can't I ever sleep? Why do doctors tell me I'm crazy? Why is no one helping me with this? Why does no one even know that this exists? I've been put on, and like you see combinations of people who are like, I went on 8 different drugs and the 9th drug worked. And then there'll be like people who are like, I went on 8 different drugs and the 9th drug worked and then it stopped working like all the other 8 previous drugs. And from my experience of professionally working with these people, what happens inevitably is that the drugs stop working. The drugs either don't work or they stop working. And it's this inevitable progression towards basically like, T-Mac, if you're watching this, let me know what you're doing, buddy. Because I don't hear from these people again sometimes. And suicide is a serious risk factor for insomnia. Like, not sleeping is one of the greatest predictors of insomnia. It is. So if you look up all the greatest primary causes of suicide, this is what's really disturbing. If you look up all the greatest primary causes of suicide, like what diagnoses accompany suicide the most, and then you look up all of the comorbidities of all of those disorders or diagnoses, insomnia is the most predictive of all of those. So it's like, why is insomnia not on the list for suicide? And it's like, because they're dying so fast that it's not even recorded. Fundamentally is what I think is happening. So in the face of this, and in the face of my own suicidal ideations, which is, like, I'm not suicidal at all. These thoughts just occur to the human mind when you don't sleep for long periods of time, because the only thing keeping the demons at bay is basically just sleep and biological integrity. So when sleep goes away, all the psychological protections against just total psychic chaos go away. And then they come back when you sleep. And that's how you know it's insomnia primary. Because, like, if I felt this way after sleeping really well, then I'd be like... So I don't feel this way today, but I felt this way like a few days ago. Like, it just is like this thought of like I wasn't thinking about it, but like, I'll just describe exactly the way it is just to help anyone suffering from any of this shit, because it really isn't talked about. And like, I'm not suicidal, so I'm not really embarrassed by this, because like, I never attempted suicide. I never would attempt suicide. I just have no interest in it. So that's where it's like, these thoughts just occur though. It's just like, what if your insomnia keeps getting worse and worse and worse and you end up killing yourself? It's just like, get the fuck out of my head, you stupid worm. So what I do whenever this happens is I fight back. Like, I do something to hurt the demon. It's like a fighting match. match. It's like a wrestling match, you know what I mean? Like, someone hits you, you fucking nail them right back, like, really fucking hard. So, because I was like, it just gives me satisfaction. It's like, every time you fuck with me, I'm going to release more content exposing the psychological ways in which insomnia, the name of the demon, causes people to kill themselves. So it's just like, oh, thanks for reminding me to dismantle you. Again and again and again and again and again. And I derive a really strong sense of satisfaction from this. That's why the Insomnia course is labeled How to Beat Insomnia. Because like I'm giggling like a lunatic. Because like I've been tripping kind of crazy in this domain. But like, I'm like, every time someone watches that course, it's like the insomnia demon being physically beaten. And it gives me this sick sense of joy. Because I'm like, I fucking told you I was going to make you suffer for this shit. And now you're fucking suffering, right? Look at all these people who are learning how to dismantle you too. You're fucking dead, you little shit. And it's like, it's just fucking, I don't know. It's really satisfying, fundamentally. It's just very, very satisfying to conceptualize this concept as hurting me and then me dismantling it in exchange. I mean, who can dismantle a fucking concept, right? Like, that's really impressive. Most people, like, how do you fight a concept? Like, I will fuck with, like, if a concept fucks with me, I will kill the concept. I will make a fucking mythology around killing the concept. It'll be fun. Archery and push-ups really help. Like, this area of mine is only a weakness if I fail to dismantle the demon completely. But if I dismantle the demon completely, holy shit, that's like the fucking 12 labors of Hercules right there. I just don't think this thing's gonna let up until one of us dies. Like, this sucks. This sucks struggling this much with my sleep. Because I know every trick in the fucking book. And I invented half of them. And this is still a fight to the death. It's just not killing me right now. But boy, oh boy, do I spend 80% of my waking thoughts just thinking about how to maintain my body and the consequences of the results of various tests I'm running on ideas about what affects sleep. Like, right now I'm running some tests on how my body responds to certain quantities of green tea and melatonin. In addition to the 16 different supplements that I have on my website, which I take in varying doses. I've been using L-theanine a lot recently, whereas before I hadn't been. I've been using CBD oil more heavily. Now I'm using L-theanine, but this was a MCT-based full-spectrum CBD oil, so it's that has certain implications. And I just think about this all the time. It's just what I think about, and then I relate it to jiu-jitsu performance, my perceptions on timing, accuracy, how all these things affect my accuracy with the bow, and my ability to work and produce sustained, viable, high-quality outputs in domains of high impact. And, I mean, like, I want to go talk to, like, it's too bad all the World War II veterans are dying, because I really want to go talk to them. It's like, just kind of compare experiences, not for, like, which was harder, but just, like, for, like, hey, you ever been through something? Well, I guess they have people who relate to it. I have people who relate to it on YouTube a little bit. You ever been through something really, really hard that just lasted an inordinate amount of time and just made basic survival insanely difficult? And not a lot of people relate to it. So you just kind of feel weird all the time because you're operating on this plane that like no one else is operating on. Where I feel like I'm either becoming the most fit and high-performing person that I know, or I'm literally dying. Like, there's no in-between for me. Like, I either have everything optimized, and I think it's just the severity of the physiological causes underlying my sleep disorder. Devon's disease, I just call it, because I don't think that it's properly categorized. I need to do more work on categorizing it, but I've coined the term, and I've properly defined it in enough times and instances where you could say that I've discovered this disease. But I've certainly named it. I mean, the only other three things are fatal insomnia, Morvan syndrome, and anti-NMDA receptor encephalopathy. But it isn't really either of those because all of it is metabolic dependent and metabolic primary almost. So I kind of feel like there's this whole other thing, and it's surreal. I don't know. I went to a Renaissance fair, and Renaissance fairs are kind of surreal in a good way. So I don't think it's like bad. I just think that I want to cause this demon a lot of pain. Like, I want to make it hurt. Like, you want to twist the fucking screws on me, buddy? I'll fucking twist the screws on you too. Like, I'll leave behind works that last 1,000 years talking about the shitty fucking insomnia demon and how he inspired me to create this entire revolution in metabolic science. And, yeah, all the courses will be called How to Beat Insomnia. And I'll just imagine that every single time someone overcomes the metabolic preconditions underlying this disease, that the demon suffers physical pain. For thousands of years. My suffering was finite. But its suffering, I'll make sure it's fucking infinite. Because it fucked with me. And that's a glorious feeling to be like, you may have made me suffer this much, but I'm going to make you suffer so much more. And to release these videos and to have people telling me I'm changing their lives, I'm like, you fucking little stupid shit. You fucked with the wrong human, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I'm gonna rub your fucking face in it. How does that feel? How does it feel to fuck with the one person who can expose all your fucking secrets to the whole fucking world? I didn't even die, you little bitch. But you're gonna die and I'm gonna watch. Isn't this fun? Isn't this so much fucking fun? I'm having a great time. And just to like viscerally feel that every time I make a video. Told my wife if I died, I put a link to the Insomnia course on my gravestone. With the quote, "I win, bitch." You can do it though. Like, you can just fucking kill your demons. Like, your demons are in fact dismantleable concepts. Like, even if you have a disease, you can fucking use yourself as the number one fucking experiment for what works for the disease. And you can just dismantle the disease. And you can conceptualize it as this weird sort of fucking wrestling match. And it's like, it's pretty satisfying. Because the real problem, I think, with these illnesses, even depression, like even if you had primary depression, I think you could do this. I don't have primary depression. I have primary insomnia. But if you have primary depression, I think you could fucking do the same thing. I think it would be just as effective. Because it's sort of like the real thing that sucks about these conditions, which I believe are metabolic in their nature. Even depression, I think it's a brain metabolic dysfunction. It's low brain metabolism. For some physiological reason. There's some physiological reason to do with metabolism that is causing your brain to have low brain metabolism in certain regions or whatever, at certain times of day. Like, that's what's happening. And you can just dismantle that. Like, you know, if your demons are people, like, I don't know, if you're, like, being, like, sexually molested or something, you could just kill the person, too. I mean, I don't know, just kill the person, like, flee to Texas or something. I don't know. But I'm going to wrap this up. Cheers.